Today we are super excited to have two young ladies join our program. Obviously the timing of my hire did not allow us the full time that a lot of other coaches have with their players in the recruiting process, but my three assistants and I were able to hit the ground running and really build relationships and connections quickly, which allowed us to go after some of the best kids in the upper Midwest here, and we are excited and thrilled to have Megan Gamble from Omaha and Kennedy Childers from Des Moines join us next fall. Watching them, getting to know them and their families was really fun. They're great kids, fantastic basketball players, good people, good students, and I think players that you guys will enjoy watching, but also enjoy getting to know their stories and learning about them off the court as well. Megan is from, as I said, Omaha. She's a point guard, brings a lot of speed and quickness, will only aid in our ability to push the ball and play in transition while applying some great on-ball pressure. And Kennedy is a fantastic shooter, maybe a little bit overlooked as she spent a significant amount of games last year injured or recovering from an injury. But she plays with a chip on her shoulder and kind of has the "you don't think I can do it, I'll show you I can" mentality, which is something that is an intangible, something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but certainly something that we as coaches were excited to bring. When I first was hired, I talked about bringing winners to this program, and both young ladies have played in state championship games. And to me, that is an important skill. They've been in tough situations. They've worked very hard and very long for those goals and to be in those situations. And I think that is something that is extremely important, as winning, in my opinion, is a skill. And it's something that we can water that seed, but we can't necessarily plant that seed. And where we want to go as a program, they fit directly into that championship mentality.
Coach, how quickly do you think both players can make an impact?
I think they'll both make an impact, day one, coming in with that championship mentality, that the chip on the shoulder that Kennedy has, the "I want to prove you wrong" that Megan has. They'll compete and they'll be ready to go on day one. I expect them to fit right in and to push the tempo and to push our current players in practice. Are they all going to be ready and have everything under control for the first game? There's a lot to be seen for that, but they'll definitely can make practices and workouts much more competitive on day one.
What was the injury?
Kennedy tore her ACL. And so I think the statistics are a little deceiving in that she only played in 7 games last year, the last 7 games, including the state tournament. I don't think that's an accurate representation of her ability by any means, but you don't get an all-conference vote when you only play, or an all-state vote when you only play in 7 games in a year. But I certainly think those accolades will be reflected this year when she can play a full season.
Coach, do you foresee signing anybody else for 2015, or is this it?
No, we look to sign a couple more players. Obviously, addressing our post play or our paint play is something that is still a work in progress for us. Whether that's another high school player or 2, or a junior college player or 2 is still part of the recruiting process, and I think that's fine. I think a lot of people get all hung up in signing, not signing your full class in the fall. I don't think that's a big deal. We want the best kids for our program, and building relationships takes time. So we will certainly look to add a couple more in the late signing period.